next 13 days, I will keep you crying. And you're crying all over the place. What I will continue to do, I've already succeeded in completely demoralizing your base. You're just crying all over the place. I haven't even started. I'm just warning up.
They bring her to go steal to the mainland too.
So the man wanted for you to go steal from the web post.
Yeah. He said I'm join to go steal to the web mainland too to get money to the store there and go take it from there. I said, my man, we bad for the same lecture.
And how can the police catch you now?
The police before the man called me back. Now on the 18th, they more.
The same man now?
Yeah, the same man.
The same man who want for you to go steal?
Yeah, he called me on the 18th.
Yeah.
Now in the night, around 8:30, the man called me. He said, oh, my man, now the lecture been here, I'll call you back again.
So that time you go to work?
I go to work.
Hey, before your working place, you come to the man?
Yeah, I'm from my working area to Clarence to now go to the man.
To go steal now?
No, I'm not go steal. I go steal. I go to yeah. I educated man say man go steal. You question me the thing you want for me to explain for you to understand
Yeah.
Then still questioning me, doubling the question. How many talk clear now?
I beg you sorry.
I say
When they call you in there now?
when the man come in there,
Yeah.
he asked me, say, how many of you are working to the area? I say we are 3.
You told the message you're 3.
Yeah. So he said, I want to give you tea to carry to the
The message you want to give you what?
tea. Have milk tea. Have milk tea.
Oh, milk tea.
Yeah.
For you to drink.
With bread.
The bread.
3 pieces of full bread.
The egg is that?
You eat my butter. So we are carrying it to the main. Say carry it to the main. When you give it to the main, then you come back to the car.
So the food make you now, you carry that so you can go convince your friend now.
Yeah, when I give it to the man say thank you. I say okay. The man say, oh, where you going now? I say, oh, I'm going right car. So one of my friends called me.
And the same man going now.
Yeah, I say man.
The man tell you say want for you to go steal.
Yeah. So when I go to the man, he say clean the car. Then there are 2 now.
In the jeep.
In the jeep. Then there are 2.
A big jeep.
Yeah.
That one.
Black BG, photo G. Yeah. So when I clean the car now,
Air condition all inside.
no, Papa, you can't wait for me to spin now. I'll leave the water now. You can judge people.
I'm just asking you a question, sorry.
You can judge people that can come here.
No, I'm a journalist. I beg you, sorry.
The way you talk in the question, can I say when I move from here, I'll free? Can I say when I move from here, I'll free? You said one talk again. I wanted to mean who talk clear to you, but you talk in the question. Hi, looking, then you want force and no more word there again. Why not be looking to the top? I'm not going to again. And said they call me to the office, I go explain.
I think you explain to me that you come to get paid. You say you carry tea to the man. After you carry tea to the man, and you come now. So what next now?
And for me, I'll not there.
Nobody, you getting very. You say ask me too much question. Hey, there's me to say make your egg and bread. You bring it. Okay, sorry. Now I say sorry now. Okay, sorry.
If you
I will not ask you the question again. Okay, sorry.
When I give you answer now, then do.
Okay. Explain again. I'm not asking no more questions again. Okay, let's go now.
Go to school. The English say I'm learning English.
Okay, sorry. Now sorry now. Sorry.
See, Ali, you take that. You take that.
I'm taking time. Okay, sorry. Okay.
Say I can take that
To explain. Okay.
They bring her to go steal to the main store.
So the man wanted for you to go steal from the web post.
Yeah. He said I'm join to go steal to the web main store to get money to the store there to take it from there. I said, my man, we bad for the same said, I go. Election, they want to call you right. So I can go to work. I go to work.
You do for working to the man.
Yeah, I feel like I'm working to work to China school now. Go to the man.
When they were coming, they said they were freedom fighters. When they were coming, they said they were liberators.
For me to explain for you to understand, they still questioning me, doubling the question. I really talk. I see.
Freedom fighter, you live in our community. Freedom fighter, you live in our children. Freedom fighter, you defend our children.
Three pieces of rap.
When they were coming, they said they were liberators. When they were coming, they said they were liberators. But when they came here,
They are two now.
when they came here, what kind of people they see? Freedom fighter, you live in our community. Freedom fighter, you live in our children. Freedom fighter, you defend our
Foolish, desperate people. Talk about rescue country. Joseph, I'm done warming up.
Guilty.
How dare you? I haven't even started. I'm done warming up. How dare you? Foolish, desperate people. Talk about rescue country.
Good morning, good morning. What a great day. What a wonderful opportunity it feels to be here behind these microphones to engage in the issues that matter to Liberia's growth and development. Good morning, Liberia. Good morning, just wherever you are this morning on our voice. What a way we'd like to welcome all of you folks across the length and breadth of Liberia, Grand Kibon County, Grand Baza, River G, Riverside, Bon Kanimba Lofa, Grand G there. Good morning, good morning. Good morning to our friends and friends, to those of you in the diaspora. It's always a good thing to have you join us together as we look deep into some of the most trending political issues in our country. Today is Wednesday, it's midweek, of course, April 15. Too many things to talk about, lots of things happening in Liberia as always. And of course, the President of the Republic of Liberia is in Ethiopia. There are plans for the President to travel to Rhode Island in the U.S. Of course, for checkup and treatment. It is just important that we let you know so that the moment it starts to come around, you know exactly what it is. And they know we know, and they know we are saying the truth, which shouldn't be a bad thing to say. What does the menu look like this morning? Makewini are listening, and the Pempe riders, the Keke drivers. Okay. taxi cabs, factory workers across the country, they're listening. This is where their voices are elevated and their concerns are considered. On the People's Radio Freedom 87.9, in the midst of challenges, extreme challenges, difficulties, we are still persevering, we are still here maintaining, but it is actually tough. It's not easy. Things are difficult. Very, very difficult. To do these things require serious investment. A group of young people who are committed to their country still sacrificing.
Our children, freedom fighter, you destroy our country.
Sometimes it gets very tough for my own man. Okay. Yeah, it gets tough. But one day, just one fine day, it will all make sense. Once the people are liberated, once the people enjoy the true essence of their democracy, it will then make sense. But as it is, things are extremely tough. Good morning, good morning. Today, we're going to look back on what transpired yesterday. The state police were unleashed in an unprovoked manner, abusing, brutalizing, arresting, torturing, as we are getting reports of students, young students of the University of Liberia and other concerned students across the country that join in, and young youth activists for the massacre and a host of other passionate young Liberian citizens. For no reason, as we all saw yesterday, the police started to fire tear gas at sea level, directed at unarmed students, posing no danger, posing no threat. This is the Liberia we have. To make sense of this morning we'll be joined by the propaganda chair. He was here with us yesterday and he assured the nation that the protest was intended to be peaceful, calm and orderly, that which they did until Gregory Coma released an instruction to remove them from the street. What does the law say about that? Right here, there's been several reactions. Civil rights activists, human rights activists, political actors, political party leaders, former government officials, some Unity Party stalwarts have condemned the brutal, barbaric act of the police on yesterday. Young cadre Cephas Loring of the Student Unification Party will take a call at 8:15 to 8:20 to tell us what's the next course of action from the perspective of the students. Just in between time, we'll run you over some of the major happenings, and I'll touch on some of those critical issues. And at 9 o'clock, a civil rights activist comes in.
time they say they want liberators, but when they kill their time, they teach their mind. When they kill their time, they teach their mind. Welcome.
9 o'clock, Jeremiah Bryan. Jeremiah Bryan is an advocate. He's an activist. He has got an opinion on a wide range of critical issues, ranging from the nature of some public-private partnership in some critical areas in Liberia, the Ministry of Public Works performance, the Ministry of Public Works handling of rural construction contracts, just other human rights, and of course developmental issues right here at 9 o'clock. It's going to be a whole conversation about too many things that you don't want to miss. Jeremiah Bryan is a well-versed young Liberian youth with a history of activism, advocacy, because the spine of Sarah administration is going to be here at 9 o'clock. My name is Abu Sharif. The shipping size of the conversation right here for you. I straight up to 10 o'clock this morning. I'll take a batch of our theme song, and of course, once we come back, we'll rumble through the issues and other highlights right here on the big station, Freedom 87.9.
Wani madianye warawa monyanju weyan. Wani madianye warawa monyanju weyan. Ya wana wa Nigeria. Wasia wa Pelia. Wana it's my musical. There are crimes in many places. In every community, you know, you can see. So if you see crime reported, don't take law in your hands for the authority. But it can't take your law in. Crime stop right here for us. We need safety to your door. Whether you rich or you poor. If you see a you must talk it. I mean you check. Do it for your safety. If you see it, don't keep it. You must fight to report it. Crime stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime stopper, stopping crime and make it peace for them before. Crime stopper, Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime stopper, keeping us safe, the stopping crime for all of us. Crime stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime stopper, stopping crime and make it peace for them before. Crime stopper, Liberia. From the center to interior, keeping us safe, the stopping crime for all of us.
Crime Stopper Liberia is your community crime fighting partner. Don't take the law into your own hands. Remember, if you see a crime, report it. This is a message from your own self, Old Man Sam Cyan.
Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your it's my musical. There are crimes in many places. In every community, you know, you can see. So if you see crime reported, don't take law in your hands for the authority. But it can't take your law in. Crime stop right here for us. We need safety to your door. Whether you rich or you poor. If you see a you must talk it. I mean you check. Do it for your safety. If you see it, don't keep it. You must call to report it.
Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and make it peace for them before. Crime Stopper, Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, let's stopping crime for all of us. Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and make it peace for them before. Crime Stopper, Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, let's stopping crime for all of us.
Crime Stopper Liberia is your community crime fighting partner. Don't take the law into your own hands. Remember, if you see a crime, report it. This is a message from your own self, old man Sam Cyan.
Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door.
Okay, Crime Stopper Liberia is the official partner and sponsor of the Freedom Money Rise on Freedom 87.9, folks. Fellow Liberians, the menu is well loaded, and there are too many things to talk about this morning. You know, when you witness what happened yesterday, you sit back a little bit and you think as to what direction is our country actually headed. What is it that the leaders of today are trying to communicate? What is it that they are trying to signal to us? Are we willing to accept, the signals that we're receiving? Is that the environment we want to live in? Is that the country we want to cherish? Is that the atmosphere we want to condone? Repressive, unconstitutional, undemocratic, trampling on the rights of citizens, denying citizens the basic social services that governments must provide. And when they speak out, they dare not do that. They come down on you with lethal force, unconstitutional force, unproportional force. This is your country. This is Liberia for all of us. This is not the first time that such a despicable, uncivilized action has happened. This is adding to the litany of abuses that have been perpetuated under the orders of Mr. Gregory Como, a one man, as Inspector General of the Police, has turned the police 360 degrees around from its civilized, civil discharge of responsible police duties. Today, the police under Mr. Gregory Como, and of course, to the acquiescence and taste of the Commander-in-Chief of the Republic of Liberia, has become a militia organization, fermenting chaos, tyranny, abusing the human rights and dignity of our kids, our people. From every nook and cranny of the Republic of Liberia, every segment of this society have felt the ruthless and uncouth display of rebel-style policing under the instruction of Gregory Coleman. We'll put it to you. Is this the Liberia you want? Is this the environment you welcome? Is this the society that you are pleased with? How long can you exist under repression? How long can you exist no matter who you are? The moment it reaches your point to communicate your displeasure, your disagreement with policies and programs and actions and activities of a regime that promise everything but is delivering nothing, then you become a target of ruthless, brutal police actions that are not covered by any international law nor local law, violating their own SOP, standard operating procedure. Oh yes, we talked to senior, experienced police practitioner in our country. We evaluate the police actions. Whenever something happens, we speak to sources. And they tell us that no, what is happening in Liberia today is not policing. It's gangsterism. And there are elements within the police. Look, they are very professional individuals within the police. We know that. We know them. And they know themselves. But unfortunately, the head of the police has created an environment where these individuals, the only thing they can do now is to go. In fact, the police is undemocratic as it seems. Opinions of professionals are no longer considered. Professional counsel are no longer considered. This is the reason why ever since the police continue to embarrass itself. Look at the handling of the arson case at the Capitol building. Look at the matter with the King George incident response. Look at what happened in Nimba County with the mine workers that were protesting quite recently, 2-3 months ago, where they were there again shooting live bullets as if to say it was some kind of guerrilla warfare that they were engaged into. Why is the police not permitting the condition for people concerns to be heard? Why does the police feel unable to clamp down on dissent? We all watched yesterday the proceeding. We all watched it. For the first time in my living history, that soup, especially into this, for the past, let's say, about 20 years now, right? Since after the cessation of hostility in Liberia, for soup to get engaged and not throw a stone. That was yesterday. Nobody, I challenge anybody to show me a video of one instant where soup is or any member of the students throwing stone, not even at the point where they were being provoked and attacked. Yes, still, they never. They insisted because their purpose was clear. They knew what the objectives were, and they were not prepared to undermine their purpose and objective. That was to communicate to the world what they believe are unacceptable vices that have characterized the 2 to 3 years anarchical rule of the Joseph Boakai Jeremiah Kun dynasty, so to speak. So they needed the world to know from the students' perspective, the barometer of consciousness in any given society, where you measure the intelligence of the society, the students' populace. They needed to come out. They needed to say something to their government. Why is the government jittery? Why is the government refusing to allow people to provide an assessment of what they think governance has been, leadership has been? You're not leading yourself. You're leading a nation, and the people have to speak out. And whenever that happens, even blind people, disabled people have been tear gassed in this country. People with visual disability, physical challenges. Gregory Como, we go after them, beat them with baton, tear gas them. Gregory, you are going on record. Human rights abuses, no matter what you do, no matter how long it takes, you will answer questions for these human rights abuses. whether you like it or not. It's happening under your instruction. It's happening under your watch. The time will come when nobody will be there to sing you praises. The time will come when it will be only you and your executors of these ruthless, barbaric, uncivilized, inhumane actions on peaceful Liberian citizens speaking to their government. The time will come, and all of you, there will be nobody to cheer you. There will be no cheering squad. You have to give account of it. Oh yes, all these abuses, you think they will go free? Or you believe that you will be IG until death comes? No, you're not. No matter how long the rope shall come to end. And of course, you will answer. You will answer. If you do not answer in Liberia, you will answer somewhere. And it will be a surprise to you when you are being queried in places that you do not expect. Just wait. And you take pleasure in brutalization. You take pleasure in that. The King George thing has not been answered. The killing in rehab, you've not provided answer for it, right? What happened in Nimba, right? You've not provided answers. The manhandling of peaceful people with disability protests, beating them, and the students. This is not the first time that Gregory has sent police to beat on students. Look at what happened yesterday. Even the business people down in Jalastan were even saying, but look, what is going on? For no reason. The children marching here, they just firing tear gas all in the community, creating a scene. How much more money do you want? How much more money do you want for yourself? You always have to create a scene of chaos, and where situation is now, you just creating a scene. When would the president really sit down and realize that, look, these buggers are using and creating situation to keep exploiting? Look at what they put. Look at the request they're making in the budget, the supplementary budget. They got to keep justifying how much money do you want at the expense of the safety, the protection, the dignity of ordinary Liberian citizens. For what? But yesterday, Soup and her collaborators delivered success. The world saw it. I'm told about 20 students are currently locked behind bars. 20 students, the rescue government arrested and placed behind bars. And some of you think-headed sycophants will be out there and say, oh yeah, what are students doing? You need to read. Some of you were in school, you were bribing, and you're doing all kinds of things. So when you're talking about people like, yo, you don't understand plenty. Oh, you understand? Just pass it around. Oh, that man party here. You think that man party here, being talking? You see our country going down, and you can't say that man party here. Huh? Undermining the success, the achievements of great fighters, men and people who fought in this country, resisting one party oligarchy, right? Championing and living their life, sharing blood to get us to where we are, and we see the reincarnation of a true wing party style autocracy, and you say we should remain silent. Say it's okay for students to be beaten, brutalized, dragged on the floor. Look at the young lady. For no reason. What did she do? What did any of the comrades do? What did any of them? Did they throw stone? No. Did they burn tires on the road? No. Did they block traffic? No. Right? Did they harass peaceful citizens? No. Did they enter any government public building? No. What did they do? They assembled and were marching to read their petition. And the police said that should not happen in this country. And for that reason, they started to fire tear gas and use brutal force, beating them up, dragging them on the streets, This is wartime. This is not Soweto. No. Did the student do that? Did they attack any government official? No. So what prompted what we saw yesterday? Can the police answer? Can you answer? Can you say something? This straw man thing you're trying to do only to justify unnecessary operational budget. Operational budget at the expense of the life, the dignity and safety of our students, of our kids. How long will you do that for? Now, it was just for this statement. It is just a statement that the students wanted to read and go back home. The police said no. That they have an instruction that nobody should do anything like that. The country is okay no matter what. No matter what happened in the country, it's okay. Nobody should say anything. And this was what they were trying to read. And I'm going to read you the full petition statement from the students to the Student Unification Party and its collaborators, the CDC COP, the hearing report, that Comrade for the massacre, a very passionate youth advocate, a young man who believes in a society of equality and has been flagging issues. Some of what these young people risk themselves to talk about do not affect them directly. When they advocate for rape victims, it is not them. When they advocate for young boys that have been sodomized by senior officials of the Bakari administration, it is not them. They could be selfish and say, we don't want to put our mouth inside. But that's what the regime wants. And that's what we all should not agree to. So deliberately, they tear gassed the young man and they handle him like a criminal. Can you imagine? What did he do? What are his crimes? Is protest not guaranteed under the law? We'll read the law, you see, before we talk to the SUP propaganda chair. Vanguard Student Unification Party, SUP, University of Liberia, Capitol Hill, Monrovia, Liberia, cell number, blah, 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 blah. His Excellency, Joseph Nima Bakai, Jeremiah Kwankun, the Republic of Liberia, Honorable Richard Namgekun, the legislature, blah, 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 Yamli Kanga Lawrence, blah, 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 Yemin Bese Kugwe. So address the three branches of the Liberian government and its leadership. To petition the government of Liberia on the rampant and unbearing crisis of jobs and justice. Students, that's all the student tried to communicate. Look at what happened. Over 20 young cadre, featured leaders of this country were dragged in the street as if to say this is wartime. It's embarrassing, it's undemocratic, it's unacceptable. The attitude of those police officers doing that, they truly need to be questioned, and we need to see them. We need to know who are they. How did they even enter the police? It reads, we, the people of Liberia, acting under the banner of the Vanguard Student Unification Party, a venerable institution of profound historical, intellectual, and political consciousness, rooted in the struggles of the Liberian people and anchored at the University of Liberia, respectfully present this petition to the government of Liberia, of the Republic of Liberia, in the popular interest of the Liberian masses, especially the youth and student population, whose daily existence is characterized by excruciating poverty, uncertainty, and zero opportunities or career development. Are this not true? They are. But you should listen to them. A responsible government will listen to them, will hear them out. But will not send police on them to brutalize them. Right? A rescue government should not be seen doing that. Our petition draws its inspiration from the lived realities and quotidian experiences of our fellow compatriots. The petition is the written and verbal articulation of thousands of university graduates, as well as those from technical and vocational institutions who roam the streets in search of jobs that are non-existent. Our petition represents Liberians in Cambodia who are suffocating from the trial of a foreign land. It represents the millions of Liberians who live in multidimensional poverty. Our petition speaks for the 35.5% of Liberians who are undernourished and the 26.9% of children below the age of 5 who suffered from stunted growth. We recognize with tragic clarity that the superabundance of crisis in Liberia cannot be reduced to individual moral feeling alone, but to a structural paralysis whose logic is that economic, institutional, and governance institutions should serve the interests of an elite minority instead of the vast majority of the ordinary people. What do you see around you? The elite are okay with the system because they are served. The vast majority of our people are the one making the noise. But the elite are using the police against the people to say, shut up. Right? Why did you cancel the under 5 treatment, free treatment for the under 5 at public hospitals? Why did you do that? That's an attack on the impoverished masses of the people. The students say, this is unacceptable. We must let our government know. And no, this is unacceptable. You listen to the percentages. 35.5% of Liberians who are undernourished. 35.5% of a 5+ million people. You know how many million of Liberians are living undernourished? Do the math. 26.9% of children below the age of 5 years, right, suffer stunted growth. There are reports to these. We recognize with tragic. Okay. So now, the march for job and justice, the revolutionary nomenclature of our assembly here today, is more than just a march. It is an articulation of unsettled grievances, a response to the accumulation of contradictions in the society and the refusal of the Liberian government to address them. Our movement has arrived here at the capital to ask an existential national question, an interrogation felt by many, but one that frightens the people to ask. And that question is, how can a society endowed with vast amount of natural resources remain wretched and destitute after 179 years? Aren't these genuine questions for students to ask? Should students be brutalized for asking questions like these? Should students be dragged on the street and tear gas and beaten and tortured and injected for asking simple questions like these? Should that be the case? What does that say to you about the Liberia we live in today? Liberia, as a post-colonial state with the raw material potential for growth and immense human potential, continues to struggle with persistent poverty, unemployment, and the fragility of state institutions. This egregious contradiction raises questions about the organization of the political economy. The organization of the political economy. The disparity in the political economy. The elitism that characterizes the political economy. The neglect, the abandonment of the people's interests that characterizes the political economy. How our resources are distributed and what our government truly prioritizes. As revolutionary students and the moral compass of the society, in addition to being the intellectual conscience of the state, we are compelled to mobilize the people around these contradictions, and cognizant of Article 17 of the 1986 Constitution, we descend here to interact with those who have the political privilege of steering the wheels of the state. These students did not say we are going in a booth. These students did not say we are organizing a militia. These students said, cognizant of Article 17 of the 1986 Constitution, they are assembling here at the Capitol to interact. Must a democratically elected government be afraid of interaction with its people, its citizens? I mean, so to speak, students? If you're doing the right thing, why are you afraid? Why are you jittery? To summarize and round up how the government of Liberia, the government of Mr. Joseph Newman Boyka and Mr. Jeremiah Kuhn treated and reacted to these concerns and these issues by the students. To tell you, let's get the propaganda chairman of the Student Unification Party to tell us what was the encounter on yesterday. Read to you the message they had. Look in that message. Did that message call for government to step down? The students weren't calling for political change. They weren't calling for government to step down. They weren't calling for anybody to lose their job. They were making calls for economic emancipation and political inclusion of the deprived social masses of our country. These are genuine and legitimate concerns, but how were they responded to? Let's have young comrade Cephas Noreen, the propaganda chair of the Student Unification Party. Noreen, good morning. You're welcome. You're live on Freedom FM.
Good morning, Doc. Peace and love, everybody.
We are very sorry about your experiences yesterday. We understand that contrary to your own expectation, you were met with a force that you are going to tell us this morning. But we are calling you basically to give us update on what was your experience out there as you went about your protest.
So quite unfortunately, like, we have exhausted all effort to be in conformity with the rule of law, to be conformant with the current law in the Republic of Liberia. That was kind of the Article 17 that we have this assembly and petition the public on differences. And then in order we would the Ministry of Justice and Liberia National Police that will have us being guarded because it was a security for us. When we saw them coming, we felt that it was inherent to what we would, and our requests have been granted. But when you put this and saw the video, right, you saw that they took on us unaware in a violent move, and we emphasize this that if people are asking that, what if there were casualties being measured at this? It could be the state because we are peaceful students. We don't have guns, we don't have the tear gas, we don't have.
So what happened yesterday that provoked that kind of harsh reaction from the police? Did your students got involved with any kind of provocation or other?
No, there was no provocation. No, we are living contemporary technology.
Did you block traffic? Did you attempt to block traffic and impede the peaceful movement of other citizens?
No, we didn't. We didn't block traffic. We didn't interest any other person that was not in line or committing a way peacefully. We didn't. We're not in competition with anybody. We felt the police would come in to buy a space where we could go and eat petition the public. We didn't do anything that was out of law. We didn't do anything that was lawless. But we saw the police responding to us in a form of violent manner. We saw them responding to us. It was very shocking. It was powerful.
I watched a video with a police officer who said that you guys were throwing stones. Is it true?
Did you see any militant towards the police? The police tear gas and disperse us.
Why do you think the police chose to tear gas you, or when you did not do any of these?
The police tear gas and disperse us.
Noreen, why do you think the police choose to do that? Was it to disarm you?
They were striking. They felt that we cannot come out, right? We cannot come out to protest. They felt that we infringe on our right. They felt that it was not fashionable. In fact, if in the wake of the majority of the day providing social injustices, they're not providing job, right? Their sense of leadership in advocacy on the balcony. They felt that it was not fashionable for us to come out. We wrote them what the Minister of Justice did, right? As a program to the majority of the day, by 12 a.m. to publish a circular that we didn't write them or grant without granted permission to come out. How could we do so? We are sort of all effort into it that will come out. So imagine who, were actually working at the Ministry of Justice at that time by 12 o'clock to post that circular.
Do you think the attack on the students, on your colleagues yesterday was calculated?
It was calculated. It was prepared. In fact, it was well strategized that the students should not be given an inch to move from the perimeter of the University of Liberia. Because if we do so, it means we have achieved presidency for job and justice. Even though they didn't destroy that because we came out with petition the government. But what they did was they fighting our mothers who came to struggle with us in the market. They fighting our motorcyclists. They fighting every one of us. And today we can account for over 20 to the past students, civilians, market women, and motorcyclists who are in.
That we'll talk more about. But then, so if I'm getting you, you're trying to say that the action of the police was because. Hello, Noreen. Yeah, Noreen, are you there? Okay, so I was saying basically the reason what happened yesterday was because they wanted to confine you at the University of Liberia and didn't want you to march across the principal street. Hello, I'm getting you. I mean, the police wanted you to remain at the university campus, and that's why they handle you the way they did, right?
But how would they when we write them and told them that we should find where we should and didn't respond to us? Our movement was that confined at the now war in the right? We said that we managed peacefully and between the government. That was our request. And we confront us.
So at what point they started confronting you, tear gassing you? At what point?
At the point where we marched out of the fence or the campus and start to of Russia. We got seizure where at the old health ministry, right? The Bureau of State Enterprises, right? The Bureau of State Enterprises. That was the point where the police tear gas us. They shot lampooners at peaceful people and students.
But we still saw you demonstrated resilient and you marched through the streets and you subsequently appeared at the U.S. Embassy. Tell us, how did that happen?
So, you know, where the student union party has a tendency of appearing, this appearing something we reappearing, right? So that push for violence could not support us how that, where we rejuvenated and reassembled the embassy of the American embassy, and then have a permanent petition.
There's a monitor behind you. Please kindly lower the volume so that you come across clearly. Right. Yeah. Okay. So you managed to maneuver and you read your statement. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay, but there were injuries and arrests. You care to update us on that? The arrest and
there were some major injuries on students, people. There were casualties on people were wounded, people were brutalized. we were praised unlawfully. We can come for over 30 students who are in incarceration of the police. We can come for over 40 to 45 people who were brutalized, injured.
How will you describe the attitude of the police? How will you describe the attitude of the police to arrest, like you said, over 30 students?
Unlawful, lawless, and they acted as rebels, people who are supposed to uphold the law, the work of this country, and protect citizen property. They came as agents against these things and acted lawlessly. So these are kind of get strapped to the police. The police acted as if they were rebels. We didn't expect that from them, but we know that they were acting under the instruction of Mr. Waka and Mr. Bebo.
How does SUP intend to proceed with that?
So today, by 12 o'clock, we'll be addressing the public. We'll be addressing the public on these things, and we'll give our best test as the Student Education Party moving forward.
As we speak now, your men are still in prison.
Yeah, they are still in prison. They are still in prison. So that's the full most important period of the Student Education Party now that we have them free. And our press conference today will characterize that.
There were other collaborators. There were other organizations that collaborated with you. We are seeing reports of the arrest of the CDC COP chairperson. What's the position of SUP in that regard?
So we are positioning that we are positioning that the government takes free everyone and anyone are arrested on the scene of the protest. And because that happened unlawfully, it was not just the infringement on our human rights, the infringement on our peaceful assembly right, the infringement on our right to assemble and petition one more day. So one of the CDCs will be chairman for the person for arrested, or any other militant and peaceful citizens that were arrested and would be held to as just for justice. They be held to to be taken care of, right? Hospital wise, and one of these things you get head to. So by 2 o'clock today will be addressing the state.
These militants, are you sure that they are safe in the hands of the police?
No, we cannot show that because there's the regime or so they may rape. We saw that the last student below that the United Party arrested back then one of my cellies. He was maltreated, and today he's late. He did funny testing. So we cannot show that our promises are safe. That's why we are addressing them. We are experiencing that they will leave the prison wall immediately. By 12 o'clock, we are addressing that they will leave the prison wall. But we cannot show that they are safe. No, we cannot do so.
With what happened yesterday, what do you think that portrayed the state of the nation to you?
So we because again, that's been the tenure of the Student Education Party as policy. The individual there is operating a fascist regime, is operating a Panama Republic, lawlessness, no regard to the rule of law. So the international community in the world can see that Mr. Waka is operating a banana and fascist state. That there's no adherence in consideration to peaceful assembly. It's harsh and dictatorial on consent of the regime, even though the regime is not keeping to our promises or for campaign agenda, even though there's no progressive leadership, even though there's a sense of how Ghana over progress under this regime. Mr. Waka is disrespecting poverty and violence of our people. The people have seen that yesterday. The international community has seen that, and the world has seen that yesterday. That was the exposure of Mr. Waka in adequacy of the rest of the Republic.
Elements from the regime said it was intended to confine you and to put you in your right place. Do you think what happened yesterday will confine the Student Unification Party and you will never ever come out?
If they are on issues, they are in bonus that is a soft form of ideas and logic in reasoning. You cannot do that to the Student Education Party because the Student Education Party has survived and lived to the 5 years counting. You have met the Theodore with the empirical with Taylor, Do, Marcelli, Mr. Weir, and now we are on Mr. Waka. You cannot support the Student Education Party in the crowd and silence. So your action yesterday on brutality on peaceful people, your action yesterday on the people and students as lawless action cannot put the Student Education Party into crowd as in silence. You cannot do that. the least what you are doing is you are exposing yourself. It means you are exposing yourself that you are not able, you are not equipped as a national government to provide.
Nori.
Oh, that's why you showed yesterday.
Nori, are you there?
I'm there.
Nori, there is public concern about the conspicuous silence in the face of these brutality meted against student unification party candidates. The conspicuous silence of the veteran community. What do you think will be responsible for that?
So
no solidarity statement, no comment about the issues, and these were flagrant violations of the rights of militants of the Student Unification Party. But yet,
so when you observe, there are a lot of encounters of our veteran keeper yesterday. Even those who are apologizing, they came out knowing the fact that their foundation and their roots are with the Student Unification Party. They came out shimmy and naming the Wakaku regime.
I can only name you two for the most part. A veteran, a woman P, and of course Carlos Tinga, who said something, but the rest of the others remain silent. Augustine P. Gafuan, and a host of them that still enjoy privileges within this government have said nothing from the perspective of the attack on the students.
So what we can say is that there were kind of a number of veterans who came out and said so. Then those who have not come, we don't hold it against them, right? Because they are immaculate, but the people who are immaterial are saying that the region was wrong.
But said, those that are not speaking are those who disagree with your struggle. They say your struggle is not rational, it's not purposeful, so they disagree.
I mean, these are blind regime apologies and blind regime voting. We don't take them seriously. They are protecting our comes and pulling they are taking from the region again. Right? Or you see, right? You saw right that the regime after March 6, 2026, that is Student Unification Party came out with a march for justice and justice. There was no counter rebuttal to an intellectual debate of the 75 count of Student Unification Party. What we were parading in was just mere propaganda. They cannot come out and say that the Student Unification Party saying that the regime has provided rapid unemployment to our youth and qualified job population. They could not debunk that. They could not debunk that the regime of the day has shown granted that they could not debunk that. They could not debunk that the regime of the day are bastardized and not prioritize the cases of rape and gender-based violence on people, students, and sodomy. They could not debunk that. They could not debunk that. They promised that they could provide a rehabilitation to the past public school. They could not debunk that. They could not debunk that. They promised that there could be a groundbreaking of 100 public schools in the 15 political subdivisions. They could not debunk that. They could not debunk that. The Honorable Ali confiscated and stole 275,000 from the public water project. They could not debunk that. They could not debunk anything intellectually. So what they were doing, they were just parading all propaganda. So it means the debate on the Student Unification Party were well intact and they were well organized.
Okay, Chairman, lastly, what final message do you have for Liberians under your voice this morning, and of course, members of the Student Unification Party?
So what we say to our peace and loving people of the Republic of Liberia is, you can't know your courage. We saw your resilience yesterday. And today, the Student Unification Party, through a chairman, former chairman, with the mother will be speaking to the people. Part 12 will give the itinerary and will take the next course of action moving forward.
So Liberians still keep believing and trusting soup.
Yes, because that's the lone voice in the hope of the people.
Thank you very much. Sifas Nori, he's the propaganda chair. A young man, smart, intelligent. Let's hear you. It's your turn. On 0770 086 500 104 0776 104 104 are the numbers to call. Let's hear your take on these actions. We read the statement from the Student Unification Party. You listened to the propaganda chairman, right? And so let's hear you. What do you think? What do you make of what happened on yesterday? Good morning.
How are you? To respond from Toazon resident.
Go ahead.
I think what happened yesterday it was unfair. When we talk about rescue government, you come to power to rescue the people, and then you are using violence on the people. It is not right. The people have the right to protest. When they doing jobs, we are administration. Why can't we do it now? What is it that we cannot let the phone out now? What is this government hiding from the people they don't want to go out in the street to talk about? I think it was unfair.
Thank you. Good morning. Good morning. You gotta move away from your money. Good morning. Go ahead.
Well, I told you before, the last organization that's in this country today, it is black guy. Very, very intolerant, very evil, very wicked, and he are putting most of those leftover rebels together in the police to marshal peaceful and committed citizens. For every little thing that you see happening in this country, police will be all around the corner with live bullets, tear gas, all to make students or migrants not to express themselves. These are things that they are doing around here. And every day of this country, they keep pushing the country into danger. You see what is happening at the border? We are not talking. We are not talking. He's sitting there and making it to solve his own self. And that problem cannot solve by itself. People are on soil and he's sitting there pretending that they will live by themselves. No. It won't happen. He's not governing this country like they put his book to defend and protect the sovereignty of this country. But rather, he's just leading this country in the hands of police.
Police action on the students, was it justified?
Never ever justified. Like they even never supposed to have gone to justice ministry to get anything that they need. You come out to petition your government. Yeah? The only respect that they did, I think, was to inform them that they were coming out to petition the government. Finish. You need not to tell the people, oh no, let me look at it. Those are three it's not democratic statement. These things are wrong for our society. We have come a long way.
And who do you hold responsible for it?
That guy is responsible. He's responsible. He gave this marching order to the police director.
Okay, thank you very much. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, I'm Emmanuel Point from GS0.
Go ahead.
You know what? Actually, implemented a map and for Liberia, as they will affect Liberia. Actually, as a leader, you can defend this like this. You should need somebody that is sympathetic.
And the thing about it, my brother, the children were never ever violent. They were very peaceful.
Of course. Actually, what happens people citizens, just as they say that they come on project, you will see what that police will always go and then people. Why? Why is it NL? Actually.
Thank you very much. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I was in town yesterday and witnessed exactly what happened. You know, at times that the soap and other political people in the university will do stuff on the campuses and they will also wrong. But the issue yesterday was actually wrong by the government, by the state, and we condemn it in a serious tone. The fact that the Ministry of Justice was written, and there is no part in our constitution that says you need a permit before you protest or you venge your dissatisfaction to your state or your leaders. They said there must be a way. And it would be like your national police to provide them with security and corridor. They should be given the right. Why would the police just move on peaceful students that feel dissatisfied with their own country, not the foreign land, their own country, and they be treated in such a form and manner? So as a peace on them. And those people who were arrested, those students who were arrested, should immediately be released.
Female students were being naked and dragged on the streets, and that is so barbaric.
I witnessed another photo. I witnessed a woman was wrongfully picked up around the gas station there. She was being pushed almost to the back. She stayed there. I don't have the photos yet because I went to observe how the procedure was going to be. It was totally wrong.
Okay, thank you very much. Keep us on. Good morning.
Good morning, Abu Sherry.
Good morning.
Good morning,
Go ahead.
I could never say thank you. That was so much on the show. And let me say happy to my brother. He's a young man, a smart young man. I'm a commend for that. And Abu, on the serious note, what happened yesterday, people should always consider that. When Sydney were in power, when Georgia were in power, they very free. What that said against Georgia, against the city, they said, hold on. And it's very bad they were in the background supporting everything that happened yesterday. Today, they are brutalizing our people. They're threatening you, where the people who soup today. They're looking at violence for the doctor. And it's wrong. People are watching it. Yes, we are on the field watching. It's bad.
Okay, thank you very much. On the fence watching. Good morning.
Good morning, Abu.
Morning.
I'm General Concern calling from Chicago Factory.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Abu, this government is not very proceeding the right way. Because if they are first year in power, they are 100 days. All of the report that was given is all about brutality. There was nothing good that I bring for good.
Because even your Chicago Factory rule, what the great grandfather didn't finish with here.
Nothing. They brought on a mission on that road, they went and put it down there just to, to transform the people. And yesterday, there's no reason PTLA people, so are they trying to tell others that nobody should protest? When the Unity Party has the right to protest? Is that what they're trying to say? They laugh at the war, all kinds of black people, they came all here trying to send a message to the world talking about against drugs and other things. So all of us do not have the right to take the street. But there are people plenty among the police guards just to disrupt protesters. There are people within that particular police area down there. These guys, I don't think they are Liberian. We need to check seriously. They are only there to disrupt.
That's what I said. We need to evaluate the police and be sure, because some of these actions are absolutely on Liberians. And you see. Good morning.
Hello?
Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, my son. Abu.
Morning, man.
You see, they don't want to protest July 17. Yes. I told them, they are scared of nothing. They are all already walking me, they kill me. But this government, this particular government are all on. I'm talking about myself after, you can say, oh, let's go to election. But this myself after, what is the government? This particular will continue being hanging on and killing us. Some kind of right to come out to already everything because it wants to go to talk to the national community. Let's not talk about who is there for us. But I will not do nothing for us. It does nothing good for us than to kill all the time. So I don't see waiting for nothing.
No, that's what the law say. That say, so we gotta respect what the law says. The law says to alter government, you have to wait for the cycle. Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning. Let's do that.
I'm okay. Let's hear you. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
I'm Mrs. Walker, and I'm calling from Greenfield.
Go ahead, Mrs. Walker. How are you monitoring us?
No, I want to see what is Abu.
Yeah, this is Abu. You're on Freedom FM.
Yeah, because I'm getting your I'm trying the number to get in touch with you, but I didn't get your Oh. Okay,
so I believe yesterday you watched the internet. You saw the police brutalizing the students. They've arrested, the report we've gotten from the Super Uganda chair, over 30 young Liberian students. They're currently behind bar. The government brutalized them, torturing them. So we're asking your view on it. What do you have to say to the government about what happened yesterday?
Yeah, no, for me, I'm getting the I want to improve the station I will be in, but if I will be hearing you.
Okay.
I'm a wait because since I am a fifth one, I can't try you, I think you know, almost any. And if someone call them, I'm going to tell you.
Okay, no problem. We'll work around it. Yeah?
Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you from Grand Judah. Good morning. You're not ready yet. Good morning. Good morning. Yeah, 3 more minutes. Let's take more calls. Go ahead.
Morning, my brother.
Morning.
I'm Bill Johnson calling from Johnsonville.
Mm-hmm.
What's starting so about we got to put stop to it. We got to rise against the government as a citizen of this country. Remember 2029 will soon be here.
Mm-hmm.
And this is happening. This is caretaker to fix, to get on 2029. We will sit and wait 2029 for this to happen. The police will come out, they will be bloody in this country. So as a citizen of this country, you guys want the media.
You mean the police the police is being armed against the citizens? I'm not sure that's what the police is supposed to be doing.
How many have they doing? What will happen in 2029? This is just a clear car. What do you want? That we should prepare ourselves for 2029. Baka is against us. Will win this country. It is, but now we stand against this.
They can't.
Police brutality.
Thank you. They can't do nothing, man. They didn't get the presidency through war, so they will definitely leave it without anything. Good morning.
Good morning, Howard.
Good morning. Go ahead, Chief.
Good morning. How you doing?
I'm okay.
Okay, I'm sorry for you. I'm not call my name.
Go ahead, sir.
Yeah, what I want to say to you is that what the Latvian people should be doing on how Baka release power. Because when you this government, you fire for fire. If you people think that this for me, this government will leave power, it will not happen.
Okay, thank you very much. Okay, thank you very much. I understand all these, but for me, I would like to handle issue by issue. Right now, what we have on our hand is the fact that the government is going down on the record for brutality, human rights abuses. These are good things. So let them keep going down on that. Let the world know them for that. And let election comes. Let's see what happens. That's all we can say. Let's see. If you think you're going to stoke fear in the people, then when election comes, you rig election, you steal election, you think people will be afraid. People are already living through this. People are living through this torture. No hope, no life, no meaning. There are thousands, millions of citizens in this country that go to bed without food. No medical guarantee. People are there, sleeping in the streets. You're suppressing them because you have a legitimate authority granted you through the ballot. So when that power turns to the people to make a decision, when it comes back to the people to make a decision, at that point you don't have the power anymore. The people have it. So now the people will be faced with the reality of continuously living under suppression, oppression, brutality, rape, sodomy, poverty, hunger, diseases. They will be faced with that reality to continue or to alter their destiny. And I'm convinced once Liberia reaches the point, and that is the position you always have to hold. That's why some of you can get angry. We say, yeah, for 2029. Of course, that's what we got to tell you. Because the Constitution provides the most appropriate, the most legit way and means without any issue, without nobody getting here. All you got to do is to just wake up, go to the polls, and just put your thumb or your check on it and change the whole dictatorship that's going on. Should that be anything to say? All you have to do, right? We keep documenting so that posterity will know who they are, who they were when they had power, things they were doing, and the world will know them. The world characterization of the regime, right, will carry. And if that is the legacy they want to leave for themselves, that's up to them, right? But to equate that to be, an attempt to alter the constitutional reality of our republic, that is an affront. It could be, matters like that are met with stiff, unprecedented, uncompromising resistance. And nobody's going to miss the war on that. Any individual who will decide to trample and tamper with the constitutional right of the state to make a decision, you must be ready. Because the good thing is, no matter what, you have got children here, you've got grandchildren here, you've got cousins here, you've got relatives here, you've got grandma, grandpa, no matter what. You've got establishment here, you've got roots here, right? So if for your personal aggrandizement, after failing the people you think you can steal election, right? No, then you are making a choice for war. You are making a choice for war. And I don't think any singular Liberian should want to wage war on this country. We've all done so much to repair our lives, repair our country after the many years of hostility. We've done so much. Nobody is prepared. Nobody is waiting. As slow as we are going, but there are steady improvements and progress, not as convincing, and nobody is prepared to roll back on that, right? 20 years ago, what your family life was, 20 years today is not what it is, right? An attempt. So not even Mr. Bakai, not even the men in arms will be willing to do that. For what? For you, look at what you're doing to them. You think they're happy with you? And no Liberian, I don't want anybody where they thought of, we won't fight war, we're going to war, but naked, they can't do that thing. Citizen arrest, we arrest butt naked. You arrest down, citizen arrest. We'll take ratting, nobody thinking going in the country, we'll take ratting, we'll flog that one, we'll flog him. Everybody will see him crying, you'll be begging. Oh, you think anybody bigger, you can't say, you talking, we'll citizen arrest, we'll arrest you, we'll flog you, ratting, will whip your ball good. Then you go home, go sit down and go say you come and bring war. Oh, that, yeah, you don't even know, sir. So, but that is that. That is a verdict. What happened yesterday was another verdict on the regime. It was a clear verdict. Every time the regime is put to test, the regime fails the test. The regime has failed on several occasions. I don't know the defense the regime has. I'm seeing some puppets and elements of the regime. Imagine Bwaka Jaliba of Noka, who just signed off oil blocks to a notoriously corrupt and, of course, terrible Ato Easy of Nigeria, selling the future of our country, covering the coastal land counties, Grand Bassa, all other counties. He signed a terrible deal. And then that same Bwaka Jaliba say, send a big mountain and he from Grand Cayman County, so he must do petition to remove. So the other people no county what you sign bad deal in. So what will happen to that? You see, when people have the authority, then they pretend and start to act like they advocate. I mean, this is misplacing your priority. Do you know who you are? You said on here, you just signed 2 deals, mortgaging our oil blocks, where all assessment and reports point that these organizations, institutions have got no capacity, no technical capacity, no know-how, blah, blah, blah. You're signed that. You're finished mortgaging our oil blocks. So the same man who came here under the Unity Party, gave our oil block, the man went and traded it for millions and gave Labor peanut. You suddenly that one, you don't, you say you come and do petition, people more do for. So what about Oranto and Total Energy deal you sign? You think Labrador get any benefit? They count the counties that the oil will be drilled from that you sign in, right? So, okay, so you sell other people who know natural resources in their country, right? Okay, then you join, you come to the other because of your own country. So you see what I told you about people being extremely ethnic and just sectarian. It's sectarianism. Leaders must not demonstrate that. We must wear the we consciousness, right? What is wrong in Grand Cayman County must equally be wrong in Grand Bassa County, in Riverside County. But if you see a leader cherry picks on what to advocate for and what to go against, tells you that he is prioritizing kinsmanship above nationalism, above patriotism, above the we consciousness. And this is terrible. And this is exactly what is happening across the government. When it comes to Lofa, the president prioritizes Lofa County. When it comes to Nimba, the vice president prioritizes Nimba County. So when it comes to terrible concessions in the country, right? Baka Jaliba prioritizes what you might call it? He prioritizes Grand Cayman County. But he does not develop the same courage to say, let's review and alter the Oranto deal, the Asilometer deal. He didn't get time because for him, that's not his county. No, but people like us are not going to treat the debate like that. And we are admonishing you, Liberian citizens, don't fall for their gimmick. Do not fall for the chicanery. They are not serious. These are the very people who get the kickbacks, right? Waka Jalibane organized Basadama Festival in Grand Cayman County. Have they reported to you all how much B Mountain gave them? You got to ask Kula Fofana and Waka Jaliba. These people go to B Mountain, they collect money, right, on your behalf. They come to you and deliver a poorly organized, politicized program. And if any underage girl come out of that place pregnant with our father, we already know the prime suspect. We know. So this is nonsense that's going on in the country. And when you try to talk about it, then they target you, they try to call you names. Who cares about you? Right? This is absolutely terrible. We have to run a country here. When you start dividing it, me are in the government of another country, me are in the government of another country, because the leader set the standard, the president. Mr. President, you need to wake up from your slumber. Mr. President, your public works minister is proceeding terribly. Listen to what your public works minister is doing, Mr. President. Mr. President, contractors are complaining. So Gideons is accused by a host of contractors, right? Rural contractors, that payments for their projects or their contracts are subjected to kickbacks. So any contractor who does not, commit to paying certain kickback to Gideons, right, does not get their payment. Or even if you receive your first payment, for example, and then you carry a money that Gideon does not appreciate, forget it. You will run, you will eat all that other money. Your project will be locking down. The reputation of your company will be blackmail and all of that, only to realize that Gideon is not pleased. And the elements within the Ministry of Public Works that know about these things. It's going on. That's why no project can be dedicated. Mr. President, when will you cut ribbon for any new road project in the country? Even Chicken Soup Factory road, contractors are complaining. Why are you not following up on that? Mr. President, your CSE, fellow Liberians, I told you all yesterday that the WCSA Director for Human Resource Management resigned, right? The folks were trying to argue about it. Oh, yeah, they've confirmed among themselves. In fact, he resigned like a month ago. Let me just let you know that. Darrington Smith, who is equally an erratic, fanatical youthist, resigned simply because it has become toxic to exist in the same environment collaboratively with Josiah Jokai. So you can imagine So every time we kind of tell you, say, oh, the way the Pope is running the country is not professional, because everybody can exist in a professional space. When a space becomes toxic for people to exist and do their job, right, that means it has become unprofessional. Of course, Josiah Joker is running an erratic, unprofessional, very, very lunatical administration at the CSA. People do not have their rights on anything. He moves in with people. He places them on the payroll, right? The Ministry of Finance people can bear witness. This man, without any consultation, he just take names and carry to the Ministry of Finance to put them on the payroll. And then he has written the office of the president on 17 counts grievances against Darlington Smith. The man is accusing Darlington Smith of a litany of issues: administrative, corruption, payroll padding, and what have you. So my sources are telling me that Darlington is being subjected to investigation. Darlington needs to answer on the payroll padding instance, right? So some of the details around it are things that we still want to confirm, because some of what I have heard are not things that were publicly announced by the government, but not knowing they've been doing it behind the scenes. So I want to get the facts to know that indeed they actually did it. Then we'll start to talk about it, because I don't want to say something, well, we or did not see in the public, even though, so that means the government has a great deal of actions and issues that they do. So the matter at CSA is bigger, is deeper. Corruption. The same people, because if these allegations against Darlington Smith are true, then that means Darlington Smith was the one doing payroll padding in the CSA, and then at the same time was telling the United Party and the rescue people that CDC doing payroll padding. He was the one, because his government today, and of course his director, is accusing of payroll padding, and that he has always, months after months, they will add names, ghost names to the payroll, and you will receive millions across government agencies, ministries and agencies, right? And then this is a whole syndicate. That's why I say it's deep. It's a whole syndicate in the rescue government. When this money comes, there are ministers and deputy ministers. Even in the center of the allegations is Anthony Marius. Fellow Liberians. Not small thing happening here. Not small thing going on. The stealing is beyond imagination, right? A government that came to rescue. I was bewildered to learn yesterday that in a recast budget, the rescue government makes appropriation for $3 million also just to buy land to build children clinic. $3 million just to buy the land. What part of Liberia can buy for $3 million? So when we come here, we tell you that it's stealing from you and you think they can something. It's up to you to take actions. When you review contracts the government signed, Liberia does not benefit. Rather, people in the government benefiting. When you review public-private partnership agreements, it's terrible. When you review internal ministerial policies, it's bad. You review concessional agreements signed by the government, it's terrible. You review policy action and decision, it's bad. You review how our monies are being spent, look at the yellow machine that has turned to a curse. Yellow machine. We'll go back when some of us be talking and say, oh, we ain't let the government, we are critical, but this is our job. I've never shy away to let you know that it is my job to be critical of the government, and I offer no apology. Absolutely. I do not even care who likes it, who feels good about it, or who doesn't. I do not even care whether you feel bad about it. You can be whoever. Your feelings doesn't even move. And it doesn't even move a pause. So you're wasting your time. This is a woke government. This is a lunatical, self-serving, demagoguery leader that you brought to us. Joseph Parker cares only for himself and his comfort. Oh yeah. But this is it. And this is the country you think we should all keep pampering and something and blah, blah, blah. When they say, that rescue, does the thing look like a rescue to you? Where? Look around you. Look at your community. Look at the dirt. Look at the field. Right? Pinsville City Corporation. Pinsville City has become dirty, stink, unhygienic. Look at drugs. Look at the youth. No future. Look at your children. If it is difficult for you to get a job, what do you think will become of the life of your children? They might likely end up in the street. So it is that future that we all have to rally to protect. So when we come here, we give you the opportunity, you have to speak. You have to stand up for yourself. You see, we spoke, and that's how that draconian imposition of a useless tax on Kobo Shop, McKinney Shop, and Taylor Shop had to be suspended. And we challenge and double dare the president, right? We challenge and double dare the president to implement that thing. We challenge and double dare Mr. Barker. Oh yeah, I'm telling you, we challenge and double dare. It is insane to want to put tax on people who do not even have the means to survive. It is insane. It's stupid. We cannot take that. Absolutely not. This country will never surrender to oppressors. We will never ever do that. The consciousness of the youth of today, the young people of today, will never sit supinely and accept abuses of the 1940s and the 1950s. Right? We will not do that. But look, folks, let me take a phone calls, right? My guest is already here, 0776 104 104 086 500 104 plus 221 86 500 104 are the numbers to call, and you will be live, right? How come? How come the rescue that thinks about payroll padding is now doing payroll padding? Good morning.
Yeah, good morning. 2 million Felicia. Yeah.
Go ahead.
What I did yesterday to our brothers, it just showed that the people didn't want for anybody to show what they're doing in this country. They want for anybody to go out there and tell them. Because I can remember they went on a radio station, Noah South basically, when anything happening, the worker they shouldn't say whether they pay them or not, they shouldn't say. So when any bad thing happening in Liberia, we shouldn't talk about it. We should just bring places on there and say, oh, they are doing well. We should put they are not doing. So
okay. Morning.
Good morning, Abu.
Morning.
Yeah, I'm calling for justice day.
Go ahead.
I'm saying Liberia for justice.
Go ahead.
Thank you very much. I want to just dropping down. The people don't want to speak. Yesterday, the proper job we have a government official. They said they're doing the president party. They added people there. They drink it. They pay people. They don't speak all the one when they kind of be transparent. Where to do? They don't want to speak on it.
Danita is not only accused of payroll planning alone, he's also accused of inflating salaries of people and collecting the money later. Good morning. Go ahead. I say it's deep. It's terrible.
Johnson is chairperson for the concern Librarian for Justice. So people try to make us to know that we know what we're doing. Because people protested yesterday, nobody raised their hand. So people protested yesterday and nobody wrote behind them. People were saying water and food. But today, under the tyrannical regime, people can no longer protest.
Okay, thank you very much. Lastly, good morning.
Thank you very much.
Morning.
Thank you. I'm going to Special Mohammed in a part of John Portfolio, with that community, a member of the State United States, because they are Liberia for justice. Thank you to the issue. Abu is securing. Security for people who yesterday for women to be chief architects of government. And yesterday for people who prefer to be peace actors in our country who advocate for justice to see there in government, like the light of coffee holes, the light of our advocate who was here yesterday, like that one who advocated for good governance, all of them ever was our students protest. Why should you go after protest?
Okay, thank you very much. Folks, we are about to take our guest. So let me, I told you, see, it's just like some of us, I don't know, but I told you, I say, what you're seeing coming from elements within the government are all, deceptive. I was just telling you about Baka Jaliba and all of them, what they're trying to do in the B mountain thing, right? The actual minister presiding over the sector, the Mines and Energy Minister, has come in sharp defense of B mountain. Folks, the Mines Minister has described conversations about the company making billions as garbage. He say all that thing you're talking, say B mountain making billions in the country. He say it's garbage in, garbage out. That doesn't consider the company's overhead cost and payment they make to the government. Say all that thing you're talking, that nonsense you're talking, because you're considering the overhead cost of the company and the money they can pay to government, blah, blah, blah. So that garbage you're talking. The Baka minister said, not me, I'm just letting you know. So let me go for this break, and then I'll take our dear brother, Bryant. He's well seated in our studios already. This break, we'll be right back.
Musical. There are crimes in many places, in every community, you can see. So if you see crime and report it, don't take law in your hands for the right authority. That it can't take your law in. Crime stopper here for us, in the sector to your door. Whether you rich or you poor, if you see you must talk enemy, you check. You wait for your safety. If you see it, don't keep it. You must call to report it. Crime stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime stopper, stopping crime and make it peace for them before. Crime stopper, Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime stopper, keeping us safe, the stopping crime for all of us. Crime stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime stopper, stopping crime and make it peace for them before. Crime stopper, Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime stopper, keeping us safe, the stopping crime for all of us.
Crime Stopper Liberia is your community crime fighting partner. Don't take the law into your own hands. Remember, if you see a crime, report it. This is a message from your own old man Sam Cyan.
People bringing safety to your door. Stop and make it peace for them before. Crime Stopper Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, the stopping crime for all of us. Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. That it can't take your law in. Crime Stopper here for us, bringing safety to your door. Whether you rich or you poor, if you see you must talk enemy, you check. You wait for your safety. If you see it, don't keep it. You must call to report it. Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and make it peace for them before. Crime Stopper Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, the stopping crime for all of us. Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and make it peace for them before. Crime Stopper Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, the stopping crime for all of us.
Crime Stopper Liberia is your community crime fighting partner. Don't take the law into your own hands. Remember, if you see a crime, report it. This is a message from your own old man.
Okay, Crime Stopper Liberia is the official partner sponsor of the Freedom Morning Rise on Freedom 87.9. Jeremiah Bryant is our guest, and of course, he's right here. Jeremiah, good morning. Welcome.
Yeah, Abu, I'm so glad to be here. Yeah, your studio is cool, man.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Jerry, too many things going on. Lots of things happening in our country. You, the advocates, your voices have not been heard. especially at a time that the country needed most. Particularly, like many have said, since the inception of the Jacob Barker administration, you've been quiet. Is it that all has been well?
Really, I will basically, I'm here to primarily focus, like I told you, on the past, ongoing public partnership in Liberia. And public-private partnership.
Yeah, which I know.
Just yesterday.
Generally,
yeah.
You advocate has not been speaking out very loud. It's very notable names and faces I've never heard much. So I just wanted you to respond to that public notion.
No. That's not the case. I'm saying to you, just yesterday I had a press briefing on this ongoing Putu iron ore mining saga for the mountain. And I stated emphatically clear, unequivocally, I said that we as advocates and Liberia as a country, we stand with the Liberianization policy. That for too long, this policy has been treated as a mere puppet designed on stage for laughter to be created. We have seen government in succession making statements of placing our economy in the hands of Liberians, but to no avail. And so we as advocates, we need to put our boots on the ground and be overwhelmingly serious to see how our economy can return to Liberians. And so for the Putu Iron Ore Mountain, I did state for the Putu Iron that
before you go, I want you to properly introduce yourself, right? And the organization you're coming from, for the sake of the audience. I know you, all of that. So let's set the record, the basis of the conversation from there. And then we'll come to your advocacy, right? The point you're here for, the reason you're here is to address discrepancies with public-private partnerships.
In the country. You know the reason why I didn't go through that drill, because you said you already putting that on the platform and the rest of it. But I'm not a strange figure, or the name Jeremiah Bryan is not strange to the intellectual class. It is never a strange one as well in the political fears, leading not to mention the word of advocacy. We have been there, proud to the Johnson Sirleaf regime. We have been there advocating the Gabriel Bacchus Matthew lecture series, where we operate on a itinerant basis, carrying policymakers, stakeholders, state actors to various environs, like the Clariton, the Dole Community Belt, West Point, Slipway. And today we own a much larger scale. We operate on a much larger scale. We are the publisher of the Liberia Corrupt Politician platform on Facebook, and we have the Good Governance Initiative on X, and also we have the G. Bacchus Matthew Legacy. That's the historical platform there where our origin lies. And we also have it where we publish advocacy.
Are you still of G. Bacchus Matthew?
Oh yeah, he's the father of multi-party democracy, and I hold him in the strongest and highest esteem. No.
What is your admiration for G. Bacchus?
He fought for multi-party democracy. Yeah, that's my adoration. That's my admiration for him. He had what we have today, the likes of Unity Party and the abundance of a lot of political parties you see simmering around here. It is because of G. Bacchus Matthew's sweat and blood. You have, avalanche of political parties and everyone. today
to the benefit of the politicians or the country?
It's democracy.
I agree, but the benefit of who?
It's democratic. That's why you have to have
multiplicity of political parties.
Some
of whom purpose is not
very good. So I don't want to go down that road.
Okay.
I want to go and create it. Let's go to this public-private partnership.
Okay, so let's talk about that. That's what you're here.
Yeah. I want to go.
What is it? What is it about public-private partnership, and what is concerning to you about it?
Yeah, if I draw you to the historicity, I may not have ample time to deal with all of them.
Be succinct.
Yeah, very succinct. So I will look at this MRO, and when I sat out there awaiting you, I heard you make mention of Prince Arthur Easy. Just yesterday, I wrote the president. I wrote a letter of petition to the president yesterday to delve into the 2005 acquisition of Arthur Easy Oil Black. He got during President Stanley regime, and that is based on the transparency and how he got it through the independent investigation I want the president to commission. And we go to the Liberian populace. We will have a clue, because I did state in my letter that from the narrative of how Easy got those All Black, it raises suspicion of the recent ongoing accusation of the $800 million invested for the additional 4 All Black he just acquired. And so we want the first one to be investigated.
How he got the first
one. Yeah, how he got the first one during the Johnson Selly regime.
And raising concern about the acquisition of the new.
Raising suspicion. Yeah, for the narrative, how the story was told, how he got.
How was the story told?
The story was, it is of such that there were some sort of bribery through it's international. It's international. Our regulatory, our men at the legislature for that thing to go 5G, I can say 4G for the past 5G, and that was that was fuel that funding was fueled through East International to settle our money. So we can go through that. How
for the recent acquisition?
No, the 2005 on the Malan. That's how Easy got those All Black for just a chicken change, and he flipped it to Chevron for over 250 million at the detriment of suffering Liberia, which is stipulated in my communication to the president. And so again, I say raises suspicion of this recent one. We want the president when he investigate the Johnson Selly administration, how Mr. Easy got those All Black, then we have a clue that will set us on the horizon to look at the current acquisition, how he acquired the current Oil Black. That's one of my concerns.
There are a lot of reports that Arthur Easy in his Toronto has got no technical capacity, no technical know-how, expertise, what have you, but yet the government has elected to continue with the sales.
You see, I have come to term of recent that they have a new law have been introduced, whether when the lessons is given for exploration, that even when you acquire the lesson for exploration, and you don't have the technical capacity to explore, and you flip there will still be fees paid to government revenue. But at the time, that was not in place. That configuration was not in place during the Johnson-Sirleaf regime. Now it is there. But even at that, the nature of the lesson given to explore where you don't have the technical capacity, even when government going to obtain something, even when you flee, it's still not transparent. It still doesn't stress accountability. We as advocates still have problem with such. It still doesn't meet the essence. This is what we're saying. It is given that lesson is given to explode. You can't explode. Then you pay a legend, you go make Benny on the other side.
Who do you blame for that?
That's why we want the president to commission independent investigation on how easy cut the first or black, and so that going to settle on a horizon, like I said, so we can see on a broader spectrum or from a broader perspective how the current blacks were acquired. Okay. So that's one of the public-private partnership. Yeah, I want to delve in. So I don't know the time, but let me run fast. Let me run fast
because of time.
Yeah. Then CLSG, I think they came to the Liberia Electricity Corporation free during the administration of Money Captain. Now, I believe you're supposed to be asking me a question. Let me ask you a question. Do you know what Money Captain is?
Tell me, where is he?
Okay. Money Captain today, when you listen to Witherspoon will say when Money Captain were at LEC, you hear Witherspoon say the man is in Ghana playing golf. Now, Captain is off. Captain is in Dubai. He has invested money in energy enrichment in Dubai. That's where Captain is. Captain, I think you should know. Maybe I'm going to say this.
He's a private citizen now. He chooses where to go. And
when proud to his appointment at LEC, why didn't Captain join a Dubai energy firm to be a corporate vice president for operation? Where did he get the money from? How? Where did he get the money from to align with a Dubai energy firm?
He has been a professional that has worked over a period.
Yeah, but I'm a little bit.
So I want to talk about the CLSG. What is your?
Yeah, listen. I'm delving in. I'm going to the CSG. I said they came in the free during the Captain administration, and you know the CLSG operate in Liberia, Guinea, and that of the Cote d'Ivoire, right? Am I correct?
It's a transnational corporation.
Very good. And GSC recent order report is up. It went to the legislature, and by now, I guess the legislature has passed it on to the executive. And we are being investigated beyond the scene. We are told that report that involves CLSG is nasty. That report is nasty. And CLSG was incorporated. The partnership, the public partnership with LEC was done. It happened during the Captain administration. And today, GSC report is on the decks of the president on CLSG.
So what's the point about that?
That report is nasty.
That was a national government initiative. Government of Liberia.
You know what I'm trying to stress here.
No, I see you're trying to flag or pinpoint Captain as some sort of problem here in an arrangement that the government entered into. The arrangement went to the legislature, went to the president's office, whoever was president then, it came out. Yes, Captain was head of LEC and all of that, but again.
No, I need to highlight Captain. Because Captain awarded a salary to himself of 17,500 United States dollars for a protracted period of time. This a question you and I need to be asking whether that salary was one that is unbooked by the LC or guideline.
Was he paid that amount by the Liberian government?
Whether it is unbooked, whether it was paid by whether that amount was paid by donors, but it is the salary that is unbooked that the CEO supposed to earn at LC. Did they go through what is unbooked for the CEO to earn at LC? But do you know that? Let me delve in. Do you know that Captain left the LC in more than 24 million debt before he left with Atel Network, and that case went to court? I'm trying to give you his kind, the nature of his kind of nasty legacy he left by the LC.
That is an LC issue, right? To deal with. It can be personal loss as captain. Yes, he was the head, but you can't, because the services that Atel provided were not exclusively benefited or enjoyed by captain. It was for the entity. It was the entity that procured these services and utilized them. It becomes the responsibility of the entity to pay them.
I'm saying to you, Captain left an ugly legacy at the Liberia Electricity Corporation, and I'm going through the ramification. You have to give me a little chance.
Okay, but we got to go to Putu Mountain.
Not only Putu Mountain, we have a Dino and Neo International.
Okay, let's talk about that. Because at least they probably have an idea of what you think about LEC, the CLSG.
I want to look at the current CEO for LEC, Mohammed Sharif. Mohammed Sharif came for CLSG. I guess you know, right?
Okay.
Mohammed Sharif came and met an Adam Sharif as the financial officer. GSC has a staunch, relevant issue with Adam Sharif financial.
Do you have the GSC report?
What I have it?
Do you have a
copy? It's all online.
Do you have it?
It is all Abu.
Do you have it?
I'm going to publish it on my page.
Do you have it now? Can you make it available?
I'm going to publish it on my page, and you're going to get it from my page.
Okay, so let's go to the next point, because I was saying taking calls. You don't have the luxury of time to, so just like I said, be succinct on each of the talking points.
Okay, let's look at a NASCOP. NASCOP, for too long, the National Social Security and Welfare Corporation.
You mentioned what other name before NASCOP?
I'm talking about Neo and Dino International. That's the public-private partnership with NASCOP.
Okay.
Yeah. And NASCOP has been vicious as an entity that throws money where we see our people in the streets, they throw the money through the window. Yeah,
these are wild allegations. No, these are wild
everywhere. It is everywhere.
Everywhere. There's no substantive.
No, 1 minute. Very much substantive. Why would you say that? I don't know.
We were here, and people.
Why would you say that?
1 minute. People claim that former finance minister and others, right, gave money to money changers, and became so people passing around. These are orthodox, allegations and stuff about things happening. So to say throwing money out is something you just say, but at this level, you want to make sure that we're seeing things, we're having conversations that are evidence based.
But just look, Abu, just recently proud to President Broker inauguration, from women through money through the window to buy the zero cars for the president inauguration. Is not what I'm trying to exemplify here. So just how you beat a drum, the half a million, this is it.
Who voted for the money?
Who voted for the money? That's in the cycle of the president. That in a cycle. I'm not going to get involved in the name calling here. I'm saying that the president from women through money through the window, and because of that, he brought an ill-fated fly-by-night New and Deal International that literally or relatively put NASCOR down. The NASCOR is not as active as the NASCOR we know.
How did New and Deal?
New and Deal International, but Leon International, you should know, Abu, they are like an financial tax audit arrangement. They have that capacity for such. They balance the book. Like, you know, we do down the line what you call bookkeeping.
So that they are a good organization.
What? When I say they balance the book, I'm talking about the issue of bookkeeping. When you got good organization, we are doing good organization. I think the people literally they broke the NASCAR down. They could not with the administration of Fambuni. Today, you have millions of dollars went through the windows of NASCAR. Then you said we are doing that big organization.
How? It's one thing to say they could not have with the
TSC get an audit. That audit is on the president's desk. The president yet to visit such.
So what did the GSC audit say?
The new partnership with NASCAR was not well off. They were not well to do. They did not do the services they were paid for. They didn't render the services well. Instead, the services were.
What are some of these services?
I said to balance the financial record of NASCAR.
Okay, so the GSC, according to you, the GSC said that NE&D did not perform the service of balancing the book and the financial record of NASCAR.
Of course, that is before the president. Millions of dollars went through the window that you cannot account for one the services the services were paid for to run up the balance social record.
What are you recommending?
I'm saying to you that other report is on the desk of the president, and what happens, Abu? What happens to NE&D International? Now, let me hypothetical that NASCAR or the oil report will one day, somehow, down the line be dealt with. But what happened to this NE&D International? What will happen to CLSG that collaborated with the partnership, the public partnership with LEC today, the oil report on the president there? What happens to them? What will happen to them?
What do you think should happen?
What will happen to TIA, Trans International Alliance with LTA, that today Abdullah Kamara is going in and out of court? What happened to TIA? What will the government do? It rests squarely on the shoulder of advocacy. It rests squarely on the shoulder of we, the advocates. We have to lobby with international partners. Abu has said this for free to you. We have a lot of international partners that is fly-by-night company that have been hired by government entity for kickbacks. They will not come and saffron money and run away with it. Then I heard recently that the legislature, but the private partnership is not doing the country well. It is not doing those entities well, like LTA. LTA got good amount. What you think? Let me ask you, Abu. What you think? How Abdullah Kamara going out of going to court out? What side Abdullah Kamara? That TIA arrangement. I talked with Abdullah Kamara. I said Abdullah, that arrangement did not treat LTA properly. That arrangement is not correct. That arrangement involved corruption. I told Abdullah like I told Mohammed Sharif. I told Mohammed Sharif basically the same thing about CLSG. All public partnership that where they took back and be in. Who told you the white men when they come, they don't know how the African governments are. The money men, all the men in the entity, when they strike that body and go through, they pass the money through the window, how they call it. Say, they pass the money through the window, how for bombing or do a NASCAR, and they be taking money through the window to people. Because, bro, I'm telling you, passing money through the window to perpetuate his stay at NASCAR. That is why every government account there, it dances with a booming star at NASCAR. Because Jai want money illegitimately. Jai want money. We are going through the proper procedure for booming to throw our money through the window. You want to eat it now in business. That have Fabuni operates.
Also look at his performance.
No, he's not performing. Fabuni. When you not perform. Somebody throwing money through the window, even to switch
Where is the evidence of
they say
somebody
they're performing, beginning all the yet level to Fabumi, then the money and throwing through the window.
Have you done that? Have you done that?
No, not the issue. Not the issue.
How do you
I
know?
can't go through that. I can't go
How do
through
you know?
that.
How do you know
To go through that land. I'm telling you, that's the main record. That's the main record. People read the profile to me. I'm saying this. Not gossip. So the issue of New and Due International is a mere gossip. That why trying to tell you.
We don't peddle gossip on that.
No, that's not gossip. So I'm telling you,
what is your issue with Putu Mountain negotiation?
Yesterday, I want you to go on my page. I had a press briefing about the Putu Iron Ore Mountain. And like I said, Abu, we stand with the Liberalization policy. MRO, the African Metallic Resources, is a Liberian configuration. That arrangement belongs to we, the Liberians. Unlike the Planet One, the Lebanese Indians, that have our economy in their hands.
Let me say, are we all shareholders?
No, we don't have to be shareholder, but your brother can have a say in Putu Iron Ore money when MR takes over, where he can be employed.
So you're fronting for MR.
It's not just the issue of fronting for MR, but I'm fronting for the liberalization policy. I'm not going for institution. I'm going for the country by and large.
Okay.
I'm saying, because I'm going for Liberia, holistically, MR is the best arrangement. They are the best bidder for the Putu Iron Ore Mountain. This is why I congratulated the Vice President, Jeremiah Kuhn, for making such a excellent decision. MR, we don't want to take the Putu Iron Ore Mountain. Seven store, and non-sanctioned Russian company is on its way out. At SETI, another sanctioned Russian company. Those Lebanese Indian Garden, they didn't meet the office of the asset control, because when a company is sanctioned, before negotiating, firstly, one, you have to go through down the road, down the aisle of the billing process, and you have to secondly meet the regulation of the office of the access control. They have to give you the go ahead that indeed the people, you can talk with them if and only if you are part of this bidding process, like in the case of Putu Iron Ore Mountain. But the Lebanese Indian Garden didn't wait. They didn't wait. We start talking. We got to know how our country look like, because they know how our government can operate. So they kick back business we have to deal with it.
But you just applauded the Vice President.
No, what I mean,
he has been in charge of this Putu Mountain.
Very well. Yeah, I applauded the Vice. What I mean, I told him about Planet One, how they have been intruding behind the scene, backstage. They can't wait for the Vice President. They can't wait for the bidding proceeding. They start negotiating with Severstor to give Severstor money, because they know how.
Who is Severstor?
Severstor is the Russian company that on its way out, because they are sanctioned by the U.S. government.
Out from where? Because
from the same process.
Listen to me. I want the listeners to understand your point. So I want you to be as simplistic as you can be, so that people understand. So it's a Severstor. Who is Severstor? Are they currently owing the concession over Putu?
Abu, I want to drain you. I want to drain you through the process, but you don't want to grant me ample time. There are a lot of relevant issues to discuss.
You've had all of the time.
I'm saying to you, Severstor is a Russian company that has been sanctioned by the United States government.
Understood.
And Severstor.
What is in relationship with Putu Mountain?
Severstor is the one in control of the Putu Iron Ore Mountain.
Okay.
They had a previous arrangement.
Okay. So now you answer that. So let's go.
And that arrangement has been broken down. So a new bidding process have been configured, where President Boyka has he put the vice president in the lead in charge to take care of the entire bidding enrichment of companies. Well, you had 8 companies from the very onset
So it is a
that
vice
bidded,
president. Wait, now let
drawn
me
down to 3. Yeah,
it's a vice president that's been put in charge, right?
of course.
Then why are you trying to accuse Sylvester of trying to take money from another bidder, right?
Not Sylvester.
Okay.
But what I'm trying to accuse Sylvester, I'm trying to accuse Planet One, who is now waiting for the bidding process to reach a conclusive point, and backstage negotiating with Sylvester.
How? Sylvester is not the one in charge to handle the negotiation process. It's the vice president office. So who will be paying?
But you have to pay Sylvester off. But Sylvester need the money that is spent on the mountain.
So meaning Sylvester will influence the outcome of the vice president.
That's what Sylvester wanted to do from the very onset.
No, that means you're accusing
But the vice president stood his ground. I'm not accusing the vice president. I'm accusing Planet One. The Lebanese and Indian guys.
No, but equally that means the
The Lebanese and Indian guys who have taken our economy to be a child play.
Do you trust the vice
To be a
president's
puppet
ability?
or a muppet.
No. Do you trust the vice president's ability to deal with this?
The vice president is trustworthy. I can say this.
Then why are you jittery about
It's
Sylvester?
stone.
Why are you jittery about
I'm
Sylvester?
not jittery about Sylvester. I'm jittery about Planet One, not Sylvester. I'm saying Planet One need to wait for the bidding process to be conclusive, and they didn't wait, and they went ahead with pre-negotiation.
Is the vice president not strong enough to stem his authority and make them and make
Abu.
every bidder to understand that you have to wait for this process?
Abu, I'm highlighting Planet One lapses,
Yeah,
the
but-
shortcoming. The shortcoming, wait, let the process be conclusive.
And who
Don't pre-negotiate.
Who says that?
That's what they did. That's what I'm telling you. They pre-negotiated with Sylvester. For Sylvester to tell the enrichment in charge, headed by the vice president, so we won't do business. People say they'll pay off so we can go.
Okay, so this is it. Let me tell you
The kind of people you can't get put iron
So,
over.
wait 1 minute.
Why we fighting to take our economy from their hands?
So,
What are you talking about?
they bribed Sylvester,
They
and
didn't
then
bribe. I said they pre-negotiated.
okay, pre-negotiated. They're pre-negotiating with
It's
Sylvester.
40 as well.
Remember,
The pre-negotiate is 40. It's not part of the regulation.
remember you talk about kickbacks. We'll get to this
The kickback is in New and Deal International. The kickback I spoke about is in TIA, the Transatlantic Alliance.
So why-
the kickback I spoke about
Why are
is
they
in
negotiating?
CLSG,
Let's go back.
the money captain with the Liberia Electricity Corporation. I didn't pinpoint any kickback
Right.
regarding this. I'm saying the enrichment from the Planet One perspective is 40. It is at 40. You can't pre-negotiate. Wait for the enrichment to be concluded.
And so who's sending Sylvester to go and enter into pre-negotiation with Planet?
Who what?
Who's sending them when Sylvester does not have the authority over the negotiation, but Planet goes and start to have pre-negotiation with Planet? What are you seeing? What I'm seeing?
Abu.
No, are you sensing it, or are you trying to ignore that aspect?
No, Abu, I've been repetition here. Yeah.
I want us to understand each other, right? So Planet is, a potential.
It's the 40
bidder.
party.
It's a potential bidder.
It's the
That's not my
40
choice.
party.
That's not my choice, right?
Yeah.
It's a potential bidder in the process.
The
But then-
pre-negotiation is not part of the pre-negotiation is not part of the regulation.
1 minute. So they identify Sylvester and start to pre-negotiate, and for
Yeah.
for whatever agreement that they will have in that pre-negotiation to hold water, Sylvester will have to deal with the vice president that's in
Yeah.
charge,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So that means the risks of Planet corrupting Sylvester, right? Says
Yeah.
that whatever corruption that will happen will have to be approved by the vice president. The very vice president that you're trying to defend and trying to say he's good, he can handle this matter.
That's why
us to-
I applauded the vice president. Saying he stood his ground.
How did he?
He resisted them. The vice president resisted them.
You sure about that?
I'm telling you, this is why I said, Abu, I said the vice president stood his ground. He resisted Planet One.
So what did he do?
He resisted the call of Sylvester to deal with Planet One. He put out that pre-negotiated of that pre-negotiation of plan one.
Yeah, but if
This one we are saying the liberalization policy. The liberalization policy should be highly hailed. It should be highly hailed in the Sputu Iron Mountain saga. That's what we are fighting for. The liberalization policy. I'm not just.
we give you healing and shielding corruption.
No, there's no corruption in source. There's no corruption in source because MRO, let me tell you, MRO in that bidding process is the only company drawing down from the previous 8 that bidded to the final list of 3 that involve MRO and Planet One is the only company that said, look, government of Liberia will give you a share. For the initial 8 done, all of them. They say they just can't give the government a say in the investment. They can't give the government a say. Yeah, money will invest the money, they can't give the government a say. Another thing I stressed out yesterday in my press briefing, when you go on my page, you need to do so to look at it, Abu. All of the bidders from the previous 8 to the 3 finalists, all of them were given what I term as comfort letter. Well, let me go to this. It's important. Let listen. No, I wouldn't do that to me. Let me clear here. No, I wouldn't do that. They were giving. No, I wouldn't let go to the substantive. They were giving what is called comfort letter. The comfort letter is just about the borrower credit worthiness. It doesn't create the bedrock that indeed the people have money to invest in a thing. But yes, the people when it takes small money from us, sometimes they get paid back.
So your own people get money.
$300 freaking million upfront. Now my own people say MR. Now my own people. Is a liberalization policy. That policy is what I'm fronting for.
Do they have the technical
people is not MR. What?
No, they're a private company. Do they have the technical?
But nobody. I said nobody can invest in any investment like this flipper called After Easy. Nobody can invest in any investment with money on a share. You can invest it at keeping the money in my core, in my room.
You say they get $300 freaking million.
Pay the guarantee letter given to them for every now African bank on the continent where we are. They gave you a guaranteed letter that if people got $300 million up front, $300 million to invest. We don't say pay. I'll tell you how people can invest. They say pay that the comfort letter.
You give Pudu to them.
No. It won't be returned. It won't be returned. They say pay that the comfort letter. Who the people can't pay me and Kenny from here, then they can't pay our money later. That the comfort letter. They can't. They get it for free. They can get money. Yeah. But the guarantee letter is almost like a bond asset in the bank. $300 million will give the people to invest in Putu Iron Mountain. That's seriousness.
Nigerians are listening. Some Easterners are listening. Liberians are listening. So let's hear what they think about these advocacy. In as much as Brian did not speak much about community benefits and all that. Comparative analysis between the bidders.
No,
0776 104 104 086 500 104 plus 221 86 500 104 are the numbers to call. We can take like 2-3 calls because of time, and Brian will give us the parting comment. Then we'll call it a day. 0776 104 104 086 500 104 are the numbers to call. And of course, you will be live. This is our country. Brian is pushing for the liberalization policy across different contracts, different agreements that the government entered into with different companies. He has raised issues with a lot of them, and at the same time, he's promoting one. Good morning. Go ahead quickly.
I was still enjoying. The first thing my observation from the line is the Bible said that secondly, interested in one of those companies. On the LSC issue, on the campaign is where at LSC. So let us wait. After this meeting, if you want, send it for the record you will leave there. It's financial records.
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much. Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
Morning. Go ahead.
I've been following you. I think petition the program. Yeah, I want to come home with Jesus Porter and I'm thinking struggle, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think he has a lot of interest in our president, and he's trying to quote unquote run his propaganda in favor of the vice president and demonizing those companies or institutions. We need to be strict and clear. There are things that go on in our country that are off the book. And we have people like the vice president, finance minister, all of them are they are watching and looking. You understand? So we should kind of play, look at journalism. So
okay, all right. Thank you very much. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning,
Morning.
Yeah, good morning to your studio guest.
Mm-hmm.
My nation's capital, Joseph T. Barkley.
Go ahead, Joseph.
To show the other police on the future for the job you do, and thanks to the studio guest. But for the record, the vice president has been and is a businessman. They are not changed. So, everything has to do with profiting. That's why the vice president said yes.
Okay, thank you very much. Good morning. Second to the last caller.
Yes, good morning, sir.
Morning.
Okay, my contribution to the program is the gathering or institution PML is like the one to be preferred for the put money in Prince County. Now, that student guest, what he failed to have done was to bring all of the required information concerning these institutions, to bring it to you so that when you preview this information so that the message will be properly sent out. But he didn't do that. But actually the deal is actually good for us as Liberians. That's my contribution.
Okay, thank you very much. Then we'll take one final one, and then of course Brian will give us his reactions and his pattern comment as time is fast spent. But Brian, listen to the callers.
Abu, let me see this. Let me be clear here. Yeah, I want to be very much clear here. If your show was a clowning one where you have puppet, I will start laughing. Yeah. For one to call, you bring a meeting and say the vice president, my man, I don't know from where you come.
No, but you provide.
Wait.
That's what you have to do.
I expected you to tell you. You know what I expected you to tell me? Let me say that. This is President Boyka regime, right? If the vice president was my man, I would write the president such a letter to delve into action. Easy. And my man would tell me, my man not ready to that thing. That's the common logic.
Okay, so
people, if you're not listening, if you don't have good listening here, don't be allowing others to come, to create side attraction for the real issue.
Okay.
No, that's side attraction. What do you mean the vice president, my man? I'm stressing the significance of the liberalization policy.
Okay.
Then another caller saying, I'm going for one of those companies. I'm saying liberalization policy, then you say one of those companies. What you call one of those companies? The liberalization policy, MRO, the African Metallic Resources, is a Liberian arrangement.
Okay.
So that why you call because they are Liberian, you see these guys there, they use. Well, let me say something. More people. Let me wrap up. I come lastly here. They used to that culture of supporting the Indians and Lebanese to strangulate and nose pull us because they are happening for a protracted period of time. So they are accustomed to such. But it will take us to put our boots on the ground. We have to stay firm we had to be unbending. My man, Reset for CDC say unbending. We have to be unbending. We have to be unwavering to make sure that our advocacy can perforate, it can bore holes. That the Lebanese and Indian, the chain that attached them to the economy of this country, that we can ask that chain, we cut it, that our economy will break loose from their hands.
Okay.
That we Liberians, like I said, the floodgate might open when MR takes over the Putu Iron Ore Mountain. Abu,
Thank you very much.
the people have to be listening clearly here. So I want to say thank you for your time, Abu. I look forward, my man, you're still good, man.
Thank you very
Yeah, I look forward you calling me for another day.
Okay, Jeremiah Bryant has been our guest on the final lap of the conversation. My name is Abu Sharif, and of course, Jeremiah is from Clarendon, and of course, he just met one of your Clarendon guy, and they're exchanging pleasantry. Yeah. Okay, until see you tomorrow. Have a wonderful time. Bye bye.